In the vast timeline of American coinage, there are pieces that go far beyond their monetary value. One such coin is the 1951 Lincoln 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny in your change jar, but when you take a deeper look, you'll find a coin with a story that spans history, economics, and American identity. To truly appreciate the 1951 Lincoln penny, let's start with the man behind the image. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, became the first real person to be featured on a regular issue U.S. coin when the Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909. That year marked the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and placing his likeness on the humble penny was both a tribute and a statement that even on the smallest unit of currency, one of America's greatest leaders would be honored. This wasn't just about art or design. It was a cultural shift. Before that, U.S. coins typically featured symbolic representations of liberty. The introduction of Lincoln's portrait marked a new era. The 1951 penny is part of the iconic wheat penny series, officially called the Lincoln Wheat Ears Reverse Cent, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, we see the familiar profile of Lincoln. The word liberty is stamped to the left, the year of minting, 1951, on the right, and the national motto "In God We Trust" above his head. Turn it over, and you'll see two wheat stalks curving around the edges, symbolic of American agriculture and prosperity. Between them reads 1 cent and United States of America, with the phrase E pluribus unum proudly placed at the top. But what makes the 1951 Lincoln cent stand out from the millions of pennies minted before and after? It's not just the design. It's the story of America at that time. The early 1950s were a moment of transformation. World War II was over, but the Cold War had just begun. The economy was shifting, industries were booming, and American life was changing at a pace never seen before. Coins minted in this era, especially the humble penny, tell a quiet but significant story of those turbulent, optimistic years. The 1951 penny was struck in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can tell where your coin was made by looking at the small mint mark under the date. No mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. A small D means Denver, and an S stands for San Francisco. In terms of numbers, over 1 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 1951, a staggering number, yet each coin was part of everyday life. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 284 million coins, the Denver Mint over 625 million, and the San Francisco Mint around 136 million. While those numbers might suggest these coins are common, and they are, that doesn't mean every 1951 penny is the same in value or significance. For collectors, condition is everything. A 1951 penny that has been heavily circulated might only be worth its face value or slightly more. But a coin in mint state condition, meaning it looks like it just left the mint, can be worth significantly more. And then there are the rare varieties and errors. Double dies, repunched mint marks, and other minting anomalies can make a 1951 penny highly valuable. Some specimens have fetched hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction, depending on their rarity and grade. Take, for example, a 1951 D Lincoln cent with a sharply defined double die, where the lettering appears doubled due to a misalignment during minting. If found in uncirculated condition, that coin could be a jackpot for collectors. Or consider a proof-like strike from the San Francisco Mint, a coin that wasn't supposed to be a proof, but exhibits extraordinary detail and shine. Such pieces are rare, and in the numismatic world, rarity often equals value. But beyond the money, there's a deeper reason people seek out the 1951 penny. It's about connection. These coins were in pockets during the Korean War. They were used by GIs on leave, by schoolchildren buying candy, by parents budgeting for groceries. They passed through thousands of hands, each one with a story, each one shaping American life in a small but meaningful way. The composition of the 1951 Lincoln cent is also something of interest. Made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, these coins have a distinct reddish hue when uncirculated. It's fascinating to consider how these tiny copper coins were part of everyday life in the 1950s. Think of the soda fountains, jukeboxes, drive-in theaters, and corner stores. A penny could buy you a piece of candy or a gumball. Schoolchildren would save them in jars or collect them for class projects. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. especially if it says 1951. Because in that small, simple coin is a world of meaning, from Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy to the hopes and challenges of 1950s America. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1951 Lincoln penny is a coin worth remembering, worth studying, and maybe even worth treasuring.